Support Court with Judge Van Der B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1068, Bookman case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You may be seated. Doesn't look like the mom showed up today.
All right, everyone, strap in. This one's a story you don't hear every day. We've got a 21-year-old father, Mr. Bookman, who thought he was walking away from a one-night encounter, only to find himself stepping into the role of full-time parent. Now he's raising his son completely on his own. The child's mother? She's not just absent from the boy's life, she's not even present in the courtroom to answer for it. That leaves the responsibility squarely on this young dad's shoulders. And presiding over it all is a judge who has no intention of letting the situation drag on. She's prepared to cut through the excuses, hand down a decision, and make sure this child's needs come first. What follows is a mix of heartbreak, resilience, and some courtroom moments you won't want to miss.
Hey, Mr. Bookman, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say my woman Felicia is a deadbeat mother. She left me about 7 months ago. I'm 21 years old.
Wait a minute, is her real name Felicia, or are you just calling her
No,
Felicia?
her real name's Felicia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, whatever it is, I don't know. It was a one-night stand, and then, all that thing, it's just in the past. But the problem is I work 2 jobs. I bust my butt every...
Bookman doesn't hold back. He steps up and calls mom exactly what she's been acting like, a deadbeat. Then he paints a clear picture of his reality, juggling 2 jobs, keeping up with insurance, paying for diapers, covering rent and bills, all while making sure his son never goes without. And where's Felicia in all of this? Nowhere to be found. Not showing up, not reaching out, not even pretending to share the load of parenting. What we're seeing here isn't just distance, it's abandonment in its rawest form. The question practically asks itself, is this simple neglect, or is it something far more intentional, a choice to walk away when responsibility came calling?
And the problem is I pay about $108 in insurance, but the mother doesn't do anything. She doesn't pay. I mean, look at right now, it's irresponsible. She's sitting, not even there.
Yeah, I'm looking at an empty
So my
chair.
problem is how am I supposed to be able to take care of this child by myself, and I'm stuck, not be able to afford everything when it comes to groceries, when it comes to clothing, when it comes to everything, all the other expenses. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. How long has your child, it's a boy or girl?
It's a boy.
Okay.
He runs through the list of expenses like he's reading off a never-ending receipt: food, clothes, childcare, the basics every kid needs to grow. It's the reality of fatherhood laid bare, line after line of costs stacking up. And while he's grinding just to keep the lights on, Felicia is nowhere to be seen, vanished, like she's playing the role of a ghost in her own child story. The weight of it all is crushing, and it raises the real question: how is one young dad expected to carry the load of parenting alone without even the smallest bit of support? At what point does waiting for someone to step up become the same as realizing they never will?
7 months.
All right. So she took off 7 months ago?
Yeah, and never hit me back up again.
So you were the fling?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Well, you said it was a one-night stand, so
Well, I'm not gonna
she
lie,
got up
man.
and left you after, the morning after?
To be honest, man, I might have took it a little bit more than what it intended to be.
After one night?
I love that woman a lot, but I guess, sadly she doesn't love me.
Well, I believe in love at first sight too, so I get it, totally understand.
This is where the story takes a softer turn. Bookman admits the truth: it all started as a one-night encounter, but for him, it turned into something deeper. He caught feelings quickly, the kind that made him imagine a future, a family, a real partnership. After just one night, he thought there might be something to build on. The judge gives him a light-hearted nudge, almost teasing, but beneath the laughter is something far more serious. Because what we're really looking at isn't comedy, it's a young man who dreamed of building a home, only to be left alone with nothing but responsibility and a baby bottle in hand.
Man, I'm 21, and I had dreams and I had opportunities, and, myself, got carried away with women. And, all I'm asking is, for this woman to come into my child's life and be able to take care of what a mother should do, right? And my issue is that I'm stuck doing all these things while this woman, God forbid, I don't know where, is not even trying. And it sucks because I've reached out to her, I've contacted her.
What does she do? Like, does she work?
I don't know.
Okay.
Last time I checked, she wasn't working. She was just going.
Bookman lays it out piece by piece, almost like he's reading off a grocery slip that never ends: formula, clothes, daycare, medical checkups, the small but constant costs that add up to the true price of raising a child. It's a picture of fatherhood that's as exhausting as it is relentless. And while he's out here stretching every paycheck just to keep the lights on, Felicia is completely missing, like a ghost in the very story where she should be one of the main characters. The weight of that silence is heavy, and it forces a bigger question: how much longer can one parent be expected to shoulder the entire burden alone? At what point does waiting for help stop being patience and start becoming the painful truth that help may never come?
Was she in school or anything?
Last time I checked, yeah, she was in school and all that. But, I mean, that's no excuse, man.
I agree that it's definitely not an excuse, and that was definitely a Felicia move not to show up to court today. So you are asking for some type of child support?
Yes, I'm asking just a little bit to help this child and all that, because I feel like, you know, it takes two to tango. So I feel like it should be definitely two people helping a child, not just one person and all that. All I'm asking is to be able to take care of this child and help me when it comes to expenses, when it comes so this child can have a better life.
Then the numbers hit the table. The judge breaks it down: $219 each month in child support, $18 toward health insurance, and $1,530 in back pay. On paper, it's a ruling that finally recognizes the grind this young father has been carrying alone. For the first time, there's at least an official acknowledgement that his work, his sacrifice, hasn't gone unnoticed. But here's the catch: acknowledgement doesn't pay the bills. A ruling may set the standard, but those dollars still have to show up. And for a dad who's been living the struggle day in and day out, the real question is whether this order will bring real relief or just another promise waiting to be enforced.
Look, this is what we can do. She did not show up for court today, and according to the court documents that you filed, she was served to be here. So we can go ahead and move forward with what it is that you're asking for. Unfortunately, though, because I don't have any financial information on her, I have to set her child support at minimum wage. Okay? So, with that being...
Bookman breaks it down line by line, almost like a never-ending checklist: formula, baby clothes, daycare fees, doctor's visits, every small necessity that together paints the full cost of raising a child. It's the reality of single fatherhood, constant and unrelenting, with no pause button and no backup. Every paycheck he earns is stretched to the limit just to keep his son fed, clothed, and cared for. And where's Felicia? Absent. Not just physically missing, but absent in every way that counts, like a ghost haunting a story she refuses to play a role in. That silence cuts deeper than the bills themselves, and it sparks the question no parent should have to face alone: how long can one person carry an entire childhood on their back? And when does hope for help turn into the harsh acceptance that the other parent simply isn't coming?
The minimum wage amount, her gross is $1,092.78, which brings her net, well, she has one other child, right? Or no, this is her only child, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that I know of.
That you know of.
I don't know if she's going around and shit, but you know.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Her gross is $1,200 based on minimum wage. Her net is $1,092.78 for one child. That brings her child support amount to $219 even. And you said you pay $108, correct, in health insurance?
In insurance every month.
Okay, so you will, she will have to reimburse that to you. And you said she's been gone about 7 months.
By this point, Bookman's frustration is boiling over. You can hear it in every word. He asks the question that cuts right to the heart of it: how long am I supposed to wait? And the judge, as firm as she is, doesn't sugarcoat it. There isn't an answer that can truly ease that kind of pain. Because this case isn't just about money, or insurance, or court orders. It's about the emotional toll of being left to fight a battle alone, day after day. What Bookman is carrying isn't just financial strain, it's the silent weight of disappointment, abandonment, and the constant reminder that parenting solo wasn't supposed to be his only option. This is more than a case file, it's emotional warfare, and he's been standing on the front lines by himself.
I'm also going to order that mom reimburse you for the back pay. So her child support obligation is $219 per month, plus the $108. Then we're going to have her pay back child support for 7 months. That'll bring it to $1,533. I'm gonna have her make that payable at $50 per month, okay? So $219 plus $50 plus the $108 for health insurance. That brings her monthly obligation to $377. That's how...
By now, Bookman has reached his breaking point. His voice carries the weight of exhaustion, frustration, and years of waiting. He puts it plainly, how much longer do I have to do this alone? It's a question that doesn't just hang in the air, it lands heavy, because there isn't a clean answer. Even the judge, steady as she is, admits the truth, no ruling can erase that kind of pain. This moment goes beyond paperwork or dollar amounts. It's about the emotional damage of being abandoned, of showing up every single day for a child while the other parent vanishes without a trace. What Bookman is left carrying isn't just bills, it's the loneliness, the broken promises, and the reminder that fatherhood became a battle he never should have been forced to fight alone. This isn't just family court. For him, it's a war he's been waging with no partner at his side.
Now, without any income information, without knowing who her employer is, we don't have the information to send to her employer in order to deduct those payments. However, when she does find suitable employment and we're able to send the order to an employer, then we'll be able to deduct those payments. And in the meantime, she'll just be in arrears.